I'm going to go over 10 stocks that a viewer named Murat is interested in. He says these stocks are buy and hold positions for him for a long-term play, and these stocks have some great upside potential. First, I'm going to go over these on the 5-minute time frame, and then I'll break it down on the daily time frame. The first stock is ABCL. We ended the week at $7.85. Up 1.68%. To the north side from where we are takes us to 2 standard deviations, and that is roughly 804, 816, and 827. To the south side, the middle of the trend takes us back down to roughly 780, 757, 745, and 733. The RSI is at a key level. Note, looking left, this is a buy zone right here. This is considered support, support, support. This is considered resistance, resistance, resistance. A sell zone, sell zone, sell zone, a potential buy zone, buy zone, buy zone. Obviously, there are many levels in between, but I like to play it pretty conservatively, so I like to wait for these big moves along these lines. The price action tends to stay within -2 and 2 standard deviations. So anytime we go out of there, it's an outlier and a clear buy and sell signal for me. The next stock is ARQT. We are at 1049, up 1.25%. To the north side from where we are takes us to roughly 1084, 1101, 1119. To the south side at -2 standard deviations, 1011, 994, and 976. Note the buy signal right here. This is a level of support, and the clear sell signal at resistance here, and obviously a lot of levels in between. I recently put the bot on for the buy and sell signals because my dad likes to use that because he makes a lot more trades than I do. So I like to put it in there and see what's happening. Now the next stock is ERAS. To the north side from where we are takes us back to the middle of the trend, and we are very close to that at 264. 2 standard deviations is 272, 276, and 280. To the south side, 256, 252, and 248. Note the clear buy signal here and the sell signal here at resistance. And typically, I expect a stock to stay in this range at -2 and 2 standard deviations. And it's harder for a stock to hit -3 or 3 standard deviations and 4 and -4 standard deviations. So when we hit those zones, those are clear buy and sell signals for me. Now, the next one is IOVA, $7.67. We ended the week at up 0.66%. 3 standard deviations is 778 and 787. Because we are at this level, I expect a pullback as people take their profits and they run. We could go up just a little bit more and then go sideways, but overall, I think we're going to go down to this level, which will be support for a possible bounce back up. But note the RSI is also turning down. And to the south side, 748, 729, 720, and 710. The next stock is CMPS. To the north side takes us to roughly 941, 968, and 996. To the south side, back at the middle of the trend, or support in this case would be 888, 834, 807, and roughly 871. Some little news there for CMPS. It's been a long time since I've tracked this stock. Note your sell zone up here as we hit 2 standard deviations. RZLT is the next stock. To the north side from where we are takes us to roughly 210, 217, 223 to the south side, 186, 180, and 174. PGEN ended the day at 134, down 0.74%. To the north side from where we are basically at the middle of the trend, or the median there. 144, 149, and 153. To the south side, 125, 120, and 116. AGEN. We ended the week at, let me delete this, 162, down 1.22%. To the north side from where we are takes us back to the middle of the trend. 164, we're basically there. To the north side of that, 166, 168, 169. To the south side, 161, 159, 158. we work. The middle of the trend takes us to 0.2709, 0.2806, 0.2854, and 0.2903 to the south side. .2611, 0.2671, and 0.515. Note the clear buy signal when we hit -3 standard deviations and -2 standard deviations, and then the bounce. This is considered resistance. It broke through resistance but could not continue to run and fell back down. And if this up here is considered resistance on the way down, this turns into support. And finally, the next stock, I looked at this one a long time ago. We ended the day at $2.80, down 5%. To the north side from where we are takes us to 284, 288, and 292. To the south side, 276, 268, 264, and roughly 260. Note the buy at support here along this line and this line for a rip to the north side, and then we hit resistance, resistance, resistance. This is a clear sell signal, anything above 2 standard deviations, along 2 and above that. And then what happens? It fell apart, went to support, and then tried to bounce, and then consolidated going sideways. And now if we hit this area, I do anticipate a sell-off if we make it to 2 standard deviations, but that's a sell-off to possibly go up another leg. Now, I'm going to look at these stocks on the daily time frame. They give you different buy and sell signals. I want to show you a bigger picture of what is happening. But I do like to play on the monthly time frame. I like to troll and pick up stocks there because I am a bargain shopper. Let me remove this. I don't know why I have that. All right, on the daily time frame, to the north side, takes us to $10.85. We are a long ways off, but that is the potential. And then to the south side, roughly $7.28. And if we make it down to -2 standard deviations, that's $3.82. Now, the upside potential long term, and this is why Murat alerted me to this, the potential return is 237%. The 1-year price target on TradingView is $26.50. Obviously, we may never get there, or it could take a very long time to do so. And there will be many opportunities to buy and sell this stock along the journey. The next one is ARQT. I apparently entered this twice, so let me remove it. To the north side on the daily time frame takes us to roughly 1341, and to the south side 920. The 1-year price target on TradingView is $44.50, which represents a 324% return on your money from where we are today. Obviously, there will be opportunities as the stock goes down, because things always go down for a possible ride back up. The next one is ERAS. To the north side on the daily takes us to roughly $5.17, and back down to the middle of the trend would take us to roughly $2.32, and at -2 standard deviations, that is roughly 53 cents. Fingers crossed that we are moving forward and going up and not going backwards and down. The RSI on this one is 45. IOVA is the next one on the daily time frame. We ended at, again, $7.67. To the north side takes us to roughly $9.23, and to the south side $5.81. Obviously, many levels in between for day trading, scalping, swing trading. The 1-year price target is $24.82, which represents a 223% increase. The next one is CMPS. To the north side takes us to roughly $12.84, and back to the middle of the trend where all prices tend to go. To get to the upside or to the downside, it has to pass through the middle, and that would be $8.01. The 1-year price target is $42.30, which represents a 372% return on your money. Fingers crossed. RZLT. To the north side takes us to $2.55, and back to the middle of the trend before a possible move downward would be $1.75. Note the buy signal from the bot, and this is where I would buy myself. This is a buy zone, buy zone, buy zone. If we are here and we ride it to this line, that turns into support and, resistance, and this is where I would sell to if I were just getting in and out of the market. The 1-year price target is $7.80, which represents a whopping 293% return on your money. The next one is PGEN. To the north side takes us to 2 standard deviations, which is roughly 195 and 119. I'm not going to read the 3 and the 4 standard deviations and the -3 and the -4 because that is a ways off, even though we are in that channel, but I'll check in on these stocks later. And looking left, well, actually, let me show you what the downside potential is. Back to the middle of the trend is 120. And all right, if we do make it to -2 standard deviations, that would take us to basically 46 cents. So hopefully we are not going that far down. And then looking left, note the sell zone. This is a clear resistance level. People are taking their profits and they are running. We get back down to support and the stock runs again. All right, AGEN ended the week at $1.62, down 1.22%. To the north side, takes us back to the middle of the trend and at $1.78. And if we get to 2 standard deviations, that is roughly 274 and 84 cents to the south side. A clear buy signal right along this line. And what happens to the stock? It goes sideways, consolidates, and then rips up. From here, this is support, this is resistance. And it blew through resistance, but could not make it to 2 standard deviations, fell down, hit support, and then ran again. Your sell signals, sell signal, sell signal as people again take their profits and they run, and the cycle starts all over again. The next stock is WE. The closest stock we are to the 1-year price target. Marking this out helps me see where we are and the potential for the stock and whether I want to get in or get out. All right. We are at 26 cents, basically, down 1.62% to the north side. From where we are takes us to 2 standard deviations, and that is roughly 39 cents. If we get above that, $1. Note the bot is already telling you to sell because we're about to hit this. Anytime we hit resistance, we tend to see, a sell-off as people take their profits and they run, but obviously it could go up and down, and then shoot back up or go to the south side. Now, at -2 standard deviations, that would take us down to -0.87%. A lot of levels in between here to play. And note the buy signal, the sell signal as we got close to resistance. This is another test here. And the next stock and last one is VRNOF on the daily time frame. To the north side takes us to roughly $3.27. To the south side at the middle of the trend would be $1.91. If we go sideways and then hit this, I will anticipate the bot also giving us a sell signal, as this is the resistance level. And then if it gets back down here, a rip to the north side, but obviously it could fall down again and test another level of support and then go to the north side. Because there is a lot of potential, according to TradingView, the 1-year price target is $9.01, which represents a whopping 221% return on your money. Fingers crossed there. And that does it for me. These are 10 stocks to keep your eyes on. Thank you again to Murat for pointing them out as his long-term buy and holds. If there is something that you would like me to go over, please let me know and have a great week.